In this session, I will show you how to copy directories over the network using SCP, and then how to copy some list of files using rsync, and I will try to explain the difference between SCP and rsync in this session. So in previous example we learned about SCP command, where we pulled some file from a remote server as well as we pushed a file to a remote server, and in both the cases we just used an example of a single file. In case we have to move or copy, in case we have to copy a directory from a remote machine, how do we do that? So for example purpose, I have a machine on Hemant PC. This directory I will be trying to copy. So I'll try to copy this directory from Hemant PC. The command will be scp again username machine. I can use the IP address. So in this example I'll use IP address. And the path, so exec path is, you can use a shift control C, you can select it and use shift control C to copy, and then shift control V to paste. Be careful that you have to only copy the path up to the end. So if you copy the complete line, it will also copy the new line character and the command will fail. So I want to copy this and maybe in my current directory. Okay, let's see what is the outcome. It will ask for password. Oh, so we got a error, not a regular file, because it's a directory. So now I have to give a command. I have to say scp-r. R means recursive. So when I give scp-r, it should be able to copy the directory. So it's copying the files one by one. Let me stop the process and show you what happens. So for example, you were trying to copy something and suddenly there was a network outage, or I by mistake have cancelled the command. Now I'll go to the directory. I can see Kerala folder is there. I can see some folder, which a subdirectory, and then some files are here. Now in case I have to copy them again, what I have to do is, like, I can again do a rerun the same command of scp, okay, and give the password. But you can see this specific file 1862 has already been copied once, and it's again redoing, it's recopying the file. That means it's wasting your time as well as your effort. Now to come up or to find a better solution of copying files remotely in this case would be to use a command called rsync, which is called remote sync. Now rsync can actually help to copy the files apart from what already we have here. Okay, so the command would be pretty much simple. Instead of scp, I can just say rsync. Okay, before I do rsync, I want to show you something, and let's take a look on the files which are created in this process. Okay, so I'll go to Kerala. So I see the file creation time has changed. So when the files were created, it changed the file creation time. It came to March 6th. Okay, whereas the actual timestamp of files is on my source is somewhere between December 2013, but it changed the files. Okay, so I can use a rsync command, but since the timestamp is changed, I'll just use rsync command here to avoid changing the timestamps. So I'll use rsync -a. -a will help us to keep the timestamp as well as recursive. That means it will also be able to take care of the directories. V is verbose, Z is for compression, so it will use compression while copying the files. And once I do that, okay, let me first go to the right directory and then run the command. Instead of R, I'll use -avz. It will ask for password again. So rsync will copy only files which it could not find in the directory. So this process will take some time, but because there's a big list of files here, so at the end it will give a summary as well. So that's all about rsync.